For all you followers and listeners out there, y'all better hop on the bandwagon now. Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, while he's local, you better hop in the DMs and say something and tell him what's up. Actually,
how many DMs like jokes though? I can't.
That was actually a joke in itself. Sorry about that. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Tony.
I'm King K.
And this is Down2Talk.
Yes, sir.
So thank you guys so much for tuning in again with us this week. We have a very special episode for y'all today. But if y'all are new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We got some dope content that comes out just about every week for y'all. So getting straight to this week's topic, this week's episode, we have a live comedian that's going to come on and perform on this show.
Live comedian? That's dope. I never met a live comedian. If I had the chance to meet one, it would be the king, Richard Pryor.
I was going to ask you who the king was. That's what's up, though. I'd probably say Dave Chappelle myself.
Yo.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, what about Cat Williams, though?
He's nice. Probably up there with the top, with the greats, of course.
Facts.
Granted, those are some pretty big names and top performers. Are the comedian that we have coming on live can hold his own, definitely. So, without further ado, without taking up too much more time, let's get straight to it.
How y'all doing? Y'all good?
Yeah.
Good. Hey, y'all should be feeling great. It's Black History Month, right? Black History Month. Yeah. That shit sound beautiful, don't it? Right? But when you really think about it, that shit's kind of sad. It's a month of remembrance of how badly America has fucked us over. A group of people got together and they said, hey, let's make a month and give it to this race who that same group of people fucked over for 400 years, right? That's sick. That'll be if you cheated on your girl and you made her watch a game film of you cheating on your girl every year of the month, right? And so it's that's sick. And I know what you guys are thinking, man, this dude is a coon. And that's not it at all, I promise. I love Black History Month. I really do. I don't know if I would be here right now if I didn't know George Washington Carver made peanut butter. Honestly, I don't know if I would be here, right? But in all honesty, though, Black History Month, it's important, it's vital, it's needed. It really is. Unlike your boy Ted Cruz, right? What was he on? A state elected official left during a state emergency. That's literally your job, right? How is Trader Truth and Bun B doing more for your state than the dang elected official of Texas, right? That's just beyond me, right? This dude, and he went to Cancun of all places. This same guy who said we should have a border around Mexico went to Mexico for refuge. The jokes write themselves. So it's what the hell? But I'm not trying to say, what Ted Cruz did was wrong or what Ted Cruz did was right. I'm just saying, honestly, what did you expect from a politician who rocks a mullet in 2021? The bar was low, right? And it's did you see, he said his 2 8-year-old daughters, right, woke up one day and said, Daddy, we want to go to Cancun. Yeah, and Malcolm X died of natural causes. Come on, man. That'll be if I went to the strip club and my wife called me and I said, hey, baby, the kids, they just want to get away. That's how believable that was. And this is the dude we have leading the state of Texas. It's crazy. But I would say he did get on the news. He apologized, right? He said he'll dedicate the rest of his service and his time to do whatever it takes to serve Texas, right? That was a good thing to do. That was the nice thing to do. And niggas still hate Ted Cruz, right? I just talked for 2-3 minutes about how bad this nigga is. So it's that's why being nice, completely overrated. Nobody gives a fuck about the nice nigga. Nobody cares about the nice guy. That saying, nice guys finish last. No, they finish first. And suicide rates, that shit kills you, right? That shit kills you, dog. Nobody cares at all about the nice guy. Nobody in here said, hey, I ever got some pussy by being a nice guy, right? Ironically, you get pussy by being a dick. That's just how it goes. That's what being nice is, right? Being nice gets you babysitting the kids of the girl who's been friend zoning you for the last 3 years while she's out on a date getting her back blown out by King K over here, right? Like that's that's what being nice gets you, bro. And it's like, and if you look at Trump, like look how successful Trump was. The dude was the worst human being on earth. Like statistically, he's top 3 worst, right behind Hitler and Bill O'Brien. Like dude's terrible. And it's like, I look at that, I'm like, I want to be like that. I want to be unapologetically not nice, right? I want to be like that. And so, I mean, obviously minus the mad racist part, right? But I want to be like that. Like, I don't want to give no fucks. Like, the only nigga who nice has ever worked out for is Barack Obama. Like, he's the only nigga in history who's ever got what he wanted by being nice. Now that is Black history. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Wow. Hey, bro. This guy had me dead, man. Like, I'm gonna be laughing about that next week, man.
We should call this man King J.
Like, low key, that's a perfect name. Perfect name. But look, we told y'all we had a special episode for you guys. He didn't just come in and perform for us live. We also asked if he'd come in and interview with us. So without further ado, please help us give a warm welcome to Jay. What's going on, man?
Hey, I like the King J line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We all kings, man.
Love the energy, man. So yeah, hey man, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Man, that's a loaded question, bro. Well, obviously, you know, I'm from Houston, right? I rep the Rockets, so you know I'm a joke. I work in HR. Ironically, I love to laugh, and I can't laugh while I work in HR, so it's a little bit like me.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump straight into the interview, Dan.
Yeah.
So Jay, tell us when you decided to become a comedian. Full time, of course.
Full time, okay, because I was about to say I was born one, for sure. I would say when I became one, you know, I was actually reached out, I think about like 6 months ago, by a dude I went to high school with, and he was kind of putting on local shows.
Okay.
So he's kind of like a comedian as well, but like he wanted to be like a host, so he wants to bring comedians up, kind of give them a platform. So he had reached out to me because, you know, I make skits, which only means I make skits.
Right.
And so he saw how funny the skits were. He was like, hey bro, like you're naturally funny. Like I would love to kind of get you to come out. I don't know if you ever felt confident enough to tell this to funny people, but you seem dope. I would love to see you, you know, give it a try. So I was nervous as hell. I ain't gonna lie. I remember he called my name when I was doing the show. I literally almost blacked out.
Right.
Like I almost blacked out. Like I had so much anxiety, but yeah, that was my first time, you know, doing it, and I really just kind of loved the feeling it gave me. Like really just kind of hear people laugh and see them kind of connecting with the content. So yeah, that was my first time. I was really decided like, okay, this is something I think I really want to do and I feel like I can do. So yeah, that was about 6 months ago, man. So still trying to get at it and get out there.
Right. Okay.
So when you're in your creative zone, like how do you come up with your material?
Man, this is gonna sound so bad, but trauma.
Wow.
like literally. I would say, I think when I was 10, my mom had passed away. And that was like probably at that time, and still now, like probably the closest person to me that I lost. And so I would say it kind of made me numb to other pain. And so I guess that was my outlet though, right? It was kind of laughing off the pain. You know, I used to get bullied too. Obviously, I'm a big kid, I'm a big dude. So growing up, you know, I would get made fun of because of my stature, because of my weight. And so, you know, to combat that, I was kind of tell jokes and just kind of listen to people's mind. And so, yeah, that's kind of, I guess, where my material comes from. I think now as an adult, it just kind of comes from the constant BS that you see. Just like in the work world, it's the world we live in society. So I think, yeah, man, trauma, I think really is like kind of the main source of where that comes from.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you touched on adult life and you know, the workplace. That kind of helps us segue to the next question.
Okay.
Being an HR representative, how are you a part-time comedian right now?
Hey, that's I think that's a good question. I mean, for people who probably don't know, like HR, it's very serious work. You know, you're kind of like the face of the company, right? And so, like, if you're the face of the company, you can't be out there cracking jokes, and you got to really be real PC, right, with the things that you say. So, I mean, it's kind of hard, I guess, to balance it. But actually, I think for me, it works out best because I'm so pent up with comedy, like, and just jokes throughout the day, throughout the week. Like, I live for those moments when I'm around people and I can actually kind of be my real self and like kind of let that out, right? So it's kind of like that pent up aggression. So yeah, man, I think that's kind of how I balance it. So whenever I'm around my people, you know, just my inner circle, like that's when I'm at my highest moment, because like, man, I've been dealing with bullshit at work all week, dealing with people's problems, and like, you know, now it's kind of like, you know, my outlet and time to really vent. So it's definitely tough. You know, I be catching myself at work sometimes, kind of want to say some things that are kind of hilarious. So yeah, I mean, just when I'm around my inner circle, that's kind of like the time where I can just kind of let it out and deal with that pent up aggression. So I think that's kind of how I balance that.
Gotcha.
So by you being a comic, has anybody ever like overly dramatically laughed at your jokes?
Man, I would say I've definitely had that a few times. It is crazy though. I've had it when I wasn't trying to be funny. Like, I think that's when I get it the most, which is kind of weird. Like, as someone who prides himself with telling jokes, I get the biggest laughs when I'm really being myself and being serious. Like, I had that happen a lot of times at work, and just, I guess with people who don't know me, right? It's kind of hard to kind of pick up the comedy that I'm trying to say. So I guess they just think whatever I'm saying is a joke. So I'll be saying some real serious shit, and they just die laughing. So I would say, yeah, that's probably, I think, the times I had the most. I would say the person who does constantly die laughing at my jokes, and rightfully so, is my girlfriend, right? And I think that's why she's my girl. Right? Like that's how she got the role. So, so I think shout out to Mia for being the biggest laugher out there. So yeah.
Okay. So, as far as top-notch comedians go, who is top flight comedian that you compare yourself to?
Okay, top flight, or like the ones that I actually compare myself to?
Well, give us a name, like
Okay.
a pretty big name.
Who would I see myself in?
Yeah.
Okay, I would say, I don't know who watches Saturday Night Live, Michael Shea.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if y'all heard Michael Shea. He's the dude. He does the it's like the news segment that they do on Saturday Night Live. So I used to like Seth Meyers, and then once he had left, he got his own late night show, and it was Michael Shea, and I feel bad. I don't know the white guy's name, but it's two people. But yeah, Michael Shea, he's like a New York comic, and so I really see myself in him just really based off his delivery. It's like real smooth. It's not like overly dramatic or, you know, kind of like big on antics. Like he's really just talking to the crowd, and kind of just like venting on, you know, just kind of talking about the issues. It's funny the way he's talking about it, but I think really more so is his style is very kind of calm, just real smooth. So I definitely see myself in that aspect. I would say another comedian I probably see myself in, I would say Bill Burr.
Okay.
Yeah, dude's cold, right?
He is. He's
I
nice.
would say that the biggest thing that I love about Bill Burr is that he's really just a dude who's not the world, right? Like the things that he's talking about, he's just letting shit off his chest.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, one of his like best bits, he was talking about his girlfriend's dog for 30 minutes. It was the funniest thing I ever heard. And this is like part of a special he had. He was just talking about his girlfriend's dog.
I think I remember this one too.
Yeah, like what comedians just has a whole bit on something like that. So I really like that. Just like he's really speaking on just regular day aggression. So I think those two, I probably see myself in the most.
Gotcha. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So you got any words for it?
Man, I enjoyed the bit. It was awesome. Had me rolling.
Oh yeah. Yes sir, yes sir. Really want to say thanks. Really appreciate Jay taking the time out to come on and not just perform live, but to interview with us.
Yeah, for
Really
sure.
appreciate it, Jay. Really
sure,
appreciate it.
Yeah, man, hey, shout out to you too, man. I appreciate the show, dog. I definitely am one of the subscribers. I love the content that you're putting out there. Like, you're just real, genuine content that, for the people. So I appreciate, for one, you guys are doing what you're doing. Appreciate this opportunity to come out here and just kind of like, do my passion. So definitely appreciate that, man. And follow Jay Creasy, 72 Creasy. It's spelled Creezy. It'll probably be in the video. I don't know why I'm saying it. But yeah, shout out to y'all for tuning in, man. Appreciate it.
Shout out. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Catch us next week or the week after. This is
Down to Talk.
I like that. Shit, okay.